This is a dream that I recently had. I'm driving my car up a winding road, up a mountain, and I run out of gas. So I abandon the car on the side of the road, and now all of a sudden I have a bike. I'm riding my bike. Well, I'm trying to ride my bike up this mountain, but the mountain is too steep, and so I'm really struggling. And while I'm struggling to try to ride this bike to get to where I need to be, I see my family member and their husband, who I'm not really fond of, but they offered to pick me up, and I agree. And so now we're driving to the lake, and we're backing a boat into the lake. And I get on this boat, and while I'm walking around on this boat, I know that there's something wrong. And it's not right, like I shouldn't be there. But at that point, I guess I felt like it was just my only option or something. So I just ignored that. And while I was sleeping, the person that I'm not fond of comes in and tries to rape me. And so I jumped up and I fled from the boat. And now I'm in the wilderness, and it's like a mountain range, but not a lively one. It's not like a forest. There's not a lot of life or growth. It's really gray, jagged, pointy, hard, rocky stones. And I'm just running, trying to get away from that person and trying to still go get to where I'm supposed to be. And I noticed there are a few people scattered out throughout this mountain, even though we're in the wilderness. So all of a sudden I hear sounds of like flying and snarling and things. I look up because it's coming from above me, and I look up, and in the distance from the top, coming out of the mountain, the tops of the mountain are like emeralds. They're just like giant, huge emeralds. Like all the tips of the mountains reminds me of like kryptonite, the cave kryptonite of Superman. So yeah, it's just giant, huge emerald stones, like all the tips of this mountain. And out from this mountain comes a dragon who is also looks emerald. So the dragon comes out, and it's almost like I knew, like was supposed to be. This is what it was like meant to be or something. Like I knew this was supposed to happen. And I felt like I had what I needed to defeat this, because all the people who were scattered around the mountain, when they seen and heard the dragon, they all started to hide. They were like running and hiding in the mountain and stuff. But I didn't hide because I thought this is what I was here for. I was here to beat this dragon, and I thought I was able to do it. And so the dragon flew around in a circle a couple of times, and then locked eyes on me and started flying toward me. As it was coming toward me, I felt a little bit scared, but I was going to be brave because I had this confidence that I knew how to beat it. And so it flew straight toward me, and it landed directly in front of me. And right as it landed in front of me, I closed my eyes and started to just kind of meditate and pray silently. And I was like, I guess, projecting some kind of a power where like the light is coming out of me, and it's supposed to be defeating this dragon that's standing in front of me. And so while I'm doing this with my eyes closed, and all of a sudden I see appear in like just the middle, right in front of my face in midair, almost like a hologram. It's like a holographic thing appear in front of me. Buttons. one. They look like buttons on a PlayStation controller, but there's no controller. It's just buttons in the middle of the air, just like an image, and it's like a circle with an X and a circle with an O and like different buttons. And I noticed them, but I continued on what I was doing. I didn't do anything. I didn't pay any. I noticed them, but I didn't react to them. I just continued trying to deal with this dragon that was in front of me by this outputting of light, or like this power coming out from me that was supposed to take care of the dragon. That was on the left hand side of me. And then on the right hand side of me, same thing, just like the buttons appeared, like a stopwatch, like a timer, and it was ticking down, like the timer was ticking down, like the time was going out. And that appeared onto the right hand side of me. And same thing, I noticed it, but for some reason I didn't think about it. I didn't act on it. I didn't do anything except for what I was already doing. And so that appeared, and then they both disappeared. And they disappeared, and I opened my eyes and I looked up at the dragon because he wasn't going away. He was just looking at me like nothing was happening, even though what I was doing was supposed to, in my confidence, you know, I was supposed to be defeating him. And so I opened my eyes and I put my head up and I looked at him, and this dragon lifts his head up and looks at me, and we look directly at each other, and then he fire breathes on me. And he fire breathes on me and it burns. And so I was like confused. I'm like, what the heck? Because why is he hurting me? I'm supposed to be defeating him. And then he fire breathes on me again, and then it was scorching me. And so it was too much. And I realized that I had to flee because he was hurting me and scorching me, and he was going to kill me. So I ran away. And that was that dream.